Last week, I had my son's birthday. My son asked, Daddy, I want a pizza for dinner today. Actually, I was very busy at that day because of my office. Anyhow, I have to fulfill my son's desire. I was thinking, I had two options. One is make a pizza at home. Option 2 is purchase a pizza from shop. What do you think, gentlemen? Please write it in your chat box. I selected option number 2 because of the making of pizza at home is cost than I purchasing a pizza from shop. Then I had another two options. I selected to purchase pizza from shop, but again I had two options. One is travel to shop and purchase a pizza. Two is order it through my mobile phone, through online. Anyhow, I ordered pizza through my mobile phone. Within 1 hour, I received hot pizza for my son. I saw some special thing. The delivery guys, the person who delivered pizza, I asked a few questions from him. I asked him, Are you delivering pizza only pizza? He told me, no sir, I'm delivering many foods from many shops to many customers. Oh, I excited. I asked, are you staff of, are you work at that pizza shop? He said, no sir, I'm not. I'm doing only delivery part. Why pizza shop uses outside parties to their delivery? Let's start our presentation. I have broken my presentation into 3 parts. 1, brief introduction about the supply chain management, objective of supply chain and surplus, third-party logistics in my first version. In second part, I explain the role of the third-party logistics in supply chain management. In my third part, I'll explain what are the risks of using third-party logistics and how to mitigate, and little thing about my organization. What is the supply chain management? The supply chain management is interconnected network. I can simply say that it starts from customer, end from customer. Its network includes different activities, different people, different entities, different resources, information flow, funds. What is the objectives of the supply chain? The objective of supply chain is surplus. The maximizing of the surplus is the objective of the supply chain. There can be another objectives, but the ultimate objective is the supply chain surplus. How we calculate supply chain surplus? Can you write it to your chat box, please? If you know, please write, gentlemen. The surplus is the variance between the customer value and supply chain cost. The challenge is how increase supply chain surplus. Either we have to decreasing supply chain cost or increasing customer value. lean, automation, strategic planning, strategic procurement, and outsourcing to third parties are best option to increase the supply chain surplus. Do you remember my visa story? In visa story, I received hot quality visa at right time, to the right place, right condition, at right time. I received it very effective cost. Then I travel into visa shop. What a value they given me, what a value they serve me. It's a customer value. What a saving does they in their supply chain. So, reduction of cost. How they increase supply chain surplus? Why they use third parties? They use third parties. The answer is the increasing of supply chain surplus. Third party, the using of third party. What is the third party? Third party is an intermediate party. It's a person who take the responsibility, manage uncertainty, behalf of firm. They always interconnected supply chain, flowing materials, funds, information, and act as third party. You can see my slide. Here I show you the role of the third party in the supply chain. You can see typical types of the supply chain stages in my presentation. Supplier, manufacturer, distributor, retailer, customer. Between each stages, 3PL can play role like warehousing, transportation, courier services, procurement. Not only between the stages, they can act within the stages, like serving warehouse management solutions to client, in-house warehousing solutions, providing labor and packing resources, HR solutions, consultations, auditing. So many areas can 3PL cover within the stages and between the stages. How do third parties increase supply chain surplus? Can you give me an answer? Please write it in the chat box. How third parties increase supply chain surplus? What power they have? What power they have been with them? Aggregation. Aggregation power is the secret of the third-party logistics. Third parties can do capacity aggregation, inventory aggregation, transportation, warehousing, procurement, information, relationship. They can aggregate to decrease the unit costs. And through aggregation, they can increase the supply chain customer value. I would like to explain you through example, my real life example. This is one of my organization rack. This rack used by many apparel customers in my facility. I would like to tell you that the customer has to pay only the remaining quantity of cargo. No need to pay capital investment like facility, racking, equipments, or labor, nothing. He has to pay only the charge per day, per CBM, or per roller, per workshop, the little cost. Consumption-based cost. Like we use public transport. If I want to travel to city to another city, country, another country, I take country another country, flight, only ticket fee. I don't need to purchase a flight. Like that. This is a benefit from EFL 3PL companies. Let's see typical types of 3PL services. 3PL hub operations. This is a new addition to 3PL sector. Under this category, the 3PLs can do international warehousing, import, export on duty-free basis, logistic management, transportation, offshore businesses, kind of without bringing cargo to warehouse, they can directly send to the customers, offshore businesses. Headquarter operation, act as a headquarter, can do the minor processing, packing, repacking, labeling, tagging, behalf of client. Multi-country consolidations, can console from multi-countries, and deconsolidations, enable. Cross-docking, transshipment, e-commerce, courier services, various kind of activities can do within the 3PL hub operations. In my organization, we have EFL 3PL Freeport. We call the name EFL 3PL Freeport. It's all the activities in one place. Over 30 clients use this facility and enjoy their benefits. And 3PL central warehousing is kind of localized warehousing. Aggregate warehouse enables to logistic and transportation. Cross-docking can do transshipments, courier services. And my organization, we have major facilities in Sri Lanka, within Sri Lanka. And other type is in-house operations. We call lead logistics providers. With EFL, we have that kind of operations. Under in-house operations, the main benefit to the client is they can do the aggregate, the transportation and fleet management. And other transport, very familiar with you. We have TFL, we have transport management system, centralized system. And courier service, you are very familiar with courier services. But my organization, we have new baby, one Wiki, so one of courier service plus an e-commerce business. And other traditional traditional freight forwarding, like freight forwarding and courier, kind of brokering and then freight handling kind of services we are offering under Expo Freight. Then I'd like to show you few benefits from each categories. Under 3PL hub operations, it's very responsiveness. Responsiveness is very high because of low regulations, no any custom involvement, no any BOI, no any restrictions from entities, political, nothing. So responsiveness is very high. The aggregation capability, internationally aggregate power is there. High security, just like CTPAT, all the international compliant in these facilities. The important thing is no investment to the client or equipment or license fee. License fee like $5 million US, but nothing to worry about the firm. They can use the facility. The special thing is firm has to pay only for the usage. Transportation can aggregation like E, C, air can aggregate. It's very important for the clients. And central warehousing, as I told you, zero investment, consumption-based cost, high responsiveness, and high flexibility, and transport can be aggregated. In in-house operations, the most important thing is client can focus their core business because of a third party handle HR liabilities and the operational matters. So firm can easily capture their core business. In the transportation is also very cost effective, no capital, consumption based cost. And 3PL courier is also kind of consumption based cost, very cost effective. What I want to highlight to that, generally third parties using these facilities, using these benefits, increase supply chain surplus, either increasing customer value or decreasing supply chain cost. I'll tell you one example, a real-time example. In Freeport facility, we have a client. This client based in Finland. The main business is selling kits interclothes to customers. Customers based in Finland, Russia, USA, Denmark, like that. The main suppliers are China, Indonesia, Vietnam, India, and Sri Lanka. What they do is they located their central warehouse at our Freeport. They advise us to their suppliers to deliver cargo to us. What we do is once receive cargo, we do is one by one scan, uploaded to their system. The real-time data visible to our customer. Based on our confirmation, they transfer funds to their suppliers. Once they receive orders from their retail shops, they are uploaded into the system. We have access to their system. We got the orders. We do pick and packing, aggregation of custom suppliers' products. We do assortment, labeling, tagging, stickering based on each retailer shop's requirement. Then we deliver to the end customer. Finland, you believe me, the firm visit Sri Lanka one time for 2 years. Because of why? The operation is running smooth. They are really happy. They are really enjoying the facility, the service, the cost, and customer satisfaction. But I'm telling you, in any business, in any industry, any decision have a risk. I'll tell you the risk of using third-party logistics. These are few risks and identified is. Firm may lose control of the process. It can be happen because of the intermediate part. Customers and suppliers connection may reduce to them. The power of third party can be increased and the capability of firm can be reduced. That can be happen because of always using the third parties. Leakage of sensitive data and information can be happen because one may have sensitive data and information. They have to share with the third parties. Can be leaked. Ineffective contracts may lose your supply chain surplus. Loss of supply chain visibility can be happen because of intermediate parties are there. Negative reputational impact like labor strikes, like customer unsatisfactions due to delivery failures or delivery issues. The negative impact can be happen to the company. But as a professional supply chain manager, as an expertise person in the supply chain industry, we have to think about what are the mitigations to risk, eliminate the risk, how we act against the risk. Here I'd like to tell you few mitigation plans. So one is the selection of and evaluation of supplier selection process is very important. The tool is very much important when you select the right third-party service provider. Then getting a legal bounded agreement is very much important. It should be legally. It should be okay with legal parties. Country to country, legal can be changed, but it should be legalized. The sensitive data can, if you have sensitive data, can arrange non-disclosable agreement. In my organizations, we have over 100 customers. We have over 100 agreements. We have customers in same industry. Most of them are competitors. But believe me, we have right contracts. No any leakage of data. No any leakage of sensitive information among the competitors. Another thing is, if firm decide, if they have important area or revenue generation parts, please don't go for outsource for that parts. Keep it firm's control. That is very important. So finally, I suggest you, the partnership is very important with 3PL. If you want to take a partner to 3PL, it will really help to get their service, and the trust between the company and third party will be increased. So the risk can be reduced. So I would like to tell you about my company very quick. We are in 23 countries and 60 plus facilities around the world, covering sea, air, warehousing, everything. In logistics, we have warehousing, integrated warehousing, value-added services such as I told you, packing, repacking, tagging, stickering, labeling, and we have pre-port facilities, entry port, hub operations. We handle project cargo, transportations, and we handle air freight, international air freight, sea freight. Our customers, they can enjoy our services with supply chain surplus. And we offer high technology to visible their information, like truck tracing technology, RFID, robotic automation, assembly line, smart sensor technology. And we use very new technology for data and data analysis part. We have the warehouse management system, transport management system. Our clients are really enjoying the facility of the third party. This is one of our Freeport facility in Katunayaka, Sri Lanka. You can see over 30 customers are using this facility for their supply chain purposes, supply chain objectives. It has 18,000 CBM at the storage. It enables, as I told you, all the Freeport facilities with the customers. So I'd like to conclude my presentation. I talk about the introduction about supply chain management and the introduction about third-party logistics and supply chain surplus. And I explained about the role of the third-party logistics in supply chain. And I discussed the few benefits and the services each category. And I discussed risk and how to mitigate risk. Then I discussed few things, few services in my organization as a third-party service provider. So in supply chain, impossible is possible. Thank you, gentlemen. This is time for Q&A.
Thank you, Binara. Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me, Binara?
Yes, of course.
If you can hear me, do like this.
Yeah,
okay,
I can hear you.
So brilliant. Wow, I love your last slide. It says in supply chain, any impossible is possible. Wow, that's such a powerful message. Brilliant. So let me kick off the Q&A session. So how supply chain, do you think supply chain is a departmental function or is it end-to-end function?
It's end-to-end function, not a department function. For example, in the supply chain, in my visa example, I explained you in my visa story, the supply chain not end in the shop at the visa. It's end receiving to I enjoying the whatever I enjoy with visa, it's included in the supply chain. Not ended delivery boy. Ultimate customer from if I explain you, the materials comes from the visa. The visa supplier, visa manufacturer, they may have so many suppliers they have to purchase. What they do is they forecast demands, they source whatever the materials they require from many suppliers, and they do the making of processing and use third parties. So whatever the parties involvement, deliver to the customer. And again, my feedback is, again, they analyze how the customer feedbacks comes, how the customer demands comes. So this is the entire chain, not a departmental function, no, not actually within the frame. It's fully networked and fully integrated, is spread everywhere.
So supply, of course, in supply chain, logistics plays a major role, right?
Yes.
One of the major roles. Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please go ahead and put on the chat box. Don't be shy. Don't be a stranger. We can see some of our Nestle friends are in the audience. Thank you very much for joining. And if you have any question regarding third-party logistics, the contribution of third-party logistics in supply chain, please go ahead and ask. So recently you finished your CSCM, right? certification of supply chain.
Yeah.
So how was that experience like?
Actually, in my life, I think it's a very important and very best course in my life. Actually, this special thing is, I want to talk about the lecturers in CSCM program. They are really well experienced people, and very professionally they handle the lectures. Sometimes examples, sometimes mathematicals. So we are really enjoyed. Sometimes we enjoy the example than the theories. Some lectures, they are really well in the way of the presenting. Actually, within 1.5 months, actually I received split of the supply chain within 1.5 months. That is the brilliant thing. So I'm really interested and I'm really enjoyed the course in the period. I really I want to tell you about that. I really like to introduce that course. I really share with my friends. Please, you can do the CSMC. If you visit, you can get the best result from your knowledge and your career. I think that is very great.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your recommendation. So I would like to pick somebody's brain on the audience. I saw Sati on the audience, the supply chain head of Nestle. Satyendra, are you there?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Yes.
So can we see you? Where are you?
I have some difficulty in putting on the video. I'm just on the move.
No worries. No worries. So yeah. So I know. You have been closely associated with EFL as well. So when you work with them, what do you think? How are they? I mean, the presentation Binara just made, right? So with that, if you combine your organization and EFL together, what do you think?
Yeah. So
what are your thoughts?
Yes. So we are working with Expo for last many years, and in fact, as of now, Binara is leading our operation from the Expo side. We are really proud to work with them, a company which is really with great values and fantastic team. So it's really a great experience. And I would, in terms of experience, I would only highlight one. We work as a partners. Our relationship is very strong at every level. That really bring in a lot of value. It's all about partnership and relationship, give and take, and understanding each other, bringing the value from both sides, sharing, and so on. And I would say it is a great partnership, and it's a mutually beneficial partnership, and it's really great, sure.
Sati, this reminds me of what we have learned in CSCM. The relationship is more important than just the business. So I'm very happy to see that. I know you have been practicing it, and I can see that you not only believe in it, you put it in action as well. Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Okay. A question from Imam. So he's one of our CSCM participants from Bangladesh. So Binara, this question, thank you, Sati, for replying that question. So Binara, the question is, what should be the relationship be like between the OEM and the 3PL? What should be the relationship? That's the first part of the question.
I think it should be a partnership kind of partnership between the firm and the third parties. Should be a should be, as I told in my presentation, should be a partnership or the kind of relationship that can be had.
Yeah, so the next part of the question is how much of it should be personal relationship and how much of it should be strictly professional? So I don't know what Imam is trying to imply with that question, but I believe any kind of relationship, any kind of business relationship, I mean, that's why we call it a business relationship, right? So, so I believe a relationship plays more a role. Am I correct?
Yes, I think a relationship, as Mr. Sati told, the relationship very important because of everything is depend on the relationship and the partnership or the understanding about each other among the parties. Understanding is very important. As I told you, in agreement is kind of understanding memorial. So the understanding of each other parties, the understanding is very much important. It's very necessary to run the supply chain. We have to work each other together. So that is very important.
Right. Thank you. Jihan is asking this question. Now, in Sri Lanka, exports and imports battles with high freight charge. Freights are high, and then container shortfall to maintain trades. Example, these days, to import goods from China has major port congestions or delays. Same time rates are very high. So there's a delay and the rate is high also. In these kind of factors, what are the strategies that can be used as a supply? I mean, what do you recommend that so that you can have a balance of this?
Yes.
Any recommendation?
Yes, I think in Sri Lanka, the China to east to west, the connection is going through the Sri Lanka. Actually, Sri Lanka middle of the Silk Route, the Asian time. So the improvement of ports and development of new ports and development of new harbor projects very important for the Sri Lanka. And if cargo can transfer through the port in a pre-port facilities, it's very important. So I think if they can do transshipments within the Sri Lanka, so through the Sri Lanka, it's very important. So basically, the infrastructure development is highly important to increase the efficiencies of the harbors and to interconnect those east and west. Very important, I think. Yeah.
So connection is very important. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Any other question, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, Tanvi is asking another question. What are AOME, MO of benefits large 3PL organization have? Oh, okay. What are the, oh, sorry, okay, spelling mistake. What are some of the benefits large 3PL organization have overall smaller ones? So what are the advantages if you're a bigger 3PL? What are the advantages you have over the smaller one? What would be the, let's say, one advantage if you want to share?
Actually, as I present in my presentations, our customers enjoy the high responsiveness time because of we are very flexible. The customer can enjoy the flexibility, and we are very cost effective. We offer effective cost and the reliable services that you also the benefits. And if a client being with us, they can actually they can use their brains to co-business because of we are very reputational company and reputed company, and that is also the benefits because of the client, our customers, they know the we handle the customers. So basically, the few benefits I explained. So there are so many benefits other than that.
Great. Thank you so much. So I guess economical scale also comes into play. Right. Okay. Okay. One more question from Kalpa. For inventory management, how the integrations happen between the parties when it relates to technology? What are the leading technologies? So I'm sure in EFL you're using technologies to do the connect. So if you can share a bit on that, Vinara.
Yes, actually at EFL we have integrated warehouse management systems and Power Apps like the digital systems. We use many customers where inventories within our WMS. So we serve central warehouse management system for all our clients. So clients don't need to invest capitals to their WMS. We integrated and we do the warehouse management system, management with our system. This is very good system and it's very reliable and this is the world best. Actually, it was world best WMS system. So client can enjoy that inventory management system. For example, we can share our kind of parts, their inventory parts to their based on their request, only their inventory, not all. So client can enjoy, a client can use that inventory part, and digitalization, real-time information, visibility, we always deliver to our clients. That is also another benefits, and it is also another the advantage to our clients, the usage of new technology and data. I think that is our WMS systems, about our WMS systems and digitalization.
So it gives a peace of mind to the client, right? So they can be they can rely on that. They get the certainty that things are happening on time. Great. So Prasanna said, okay, thank you very much, Vinara, for sharing your knowledge and experience. It was really useful, Captain Shubho. Oh, thank you, Dr. Prasanna. You are awesome. Okay, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of our session. If you have any last minute thoughts, if you are dying to ask a question you really want to answer, please go ahead and ask. So, because the specialist is here from Expo Lanka, who's leading, who's from the leading 3PL company, not only in Sri Lanka, internationally they are recognized as well. So with that, if not, then going once, going twice, gone. Okay, great. So Dilan, I know Dilan is from Nestle. So he's saying, thank you, Vinara, for a wonderful session. Thank you, EFL, our 3PL partner, and Shubho Saksazante for organizing wonderful session as always. Thank you, Dilan. It's an honor to serve the audience over here. So, Vinara, thank you very much for your time and this presentation. Definitely, with your sharing, it had a very positive impact among the audience. And I'm happy to say that there were almost 40 participants from the different organizations and the friends who have come and attended this program. Thank you so much. And Vinara, I wish you all the best in your future endeavor. And any last minute thoughts before I finish, if you want to say something, last minute thoughts.
I would like to thank you, CSCM and ISCA and the Saksazante, actually this opportunity. And I would like to thank everyone as my client, maybe here, and also my colleagues and my organizational friends, neighbor friends. Thank you very much for the listening, and thank you very much for your time spent for me. Thank you very much. If you gain something from my presentation, Thank you very much.
The most profitable companies in the world have learned to use their supply chains to keep goods and services flowing into the marketplace. But supply chain processes are only as good as the people who keep them running. Supply chain employment opportunities are constantly being created, and ISCEA certified professionals are getting the best paid jobs. If you wish to become a sound supply chain professional and gain real-world experience and knowledge, then ISCEA is your one-stop source for supply chain education, certification, and recognition. ISCEA is the International Supply Chain Education Alliance. We were the first organization certifying supply chain professionals around the globe, and we remain the worldwide authoritative resource for supply chain career validation, with thousands of certificate holders commanding top-tier salaries. Our certification programs are aligned with best practices and industry-proven standards. They bring together academic research advances and innovative industry trends, validating that you have the knowledge used by top companies to remain competitive in an ever-changing business environment. For your company, that translates into significant cost reductions, faster revenue growth, and a collaborative teamwork environment. For your career, it means exceeding everyone's expectations and taking control of your future. So, what are you waiting for? Stand out from the crowd and take your career to the next level with an ISCEA internationally recognized supply chain certification.